Welcome to the Peanut Budgets. In this channel, my husband and I are going to share our financial freedom journey with you in the hopes that we inspire you to start your own. Welcome. My name is Denise, and I am the creator of the Peanut Budgets as well as the peanutcreations.com. Please feel free to visit our website to see if anything in there interested you. And I appreciate your support. I love everything that you guys doing. So in this video today, guys, I want to show you how I open up my monthly budget with you, because I have realized that a lot of you are struggling with the budgeting. And that's the reason why you haven't started. But I am going to show you how I start up my budget every month. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Everything that I share with you is something that I have tried thus far and has worked out for me and hopefully work for you. If it doesn't work for you, there's so many different ways people do things. Watch many videos and you will find out something that works for you, as well as something that you love and it makes your life so much easier. Okay, so let's get into it. I am literally so excited because the month of November is like literally so busy but so fun for us. So other than Thanksgiving, my son was a Black Friday baby. So we going to end up having a birthday party for my son this year. I am very excited. However, I am scared. I'm not going to lie, because this month is going to be expensive. Birthday parties are expensive. I don't want to do a birthday party more than $500. So I have some homework to do because I need to do some research, deep research about how am I going to pull off this birthday party on a $500 or less budget. So, yep, just by saying that, I'm having a moment of like, oh my God, that is tough. Write it in the comment. Any tips? His theme is going to be Pokemon, and I'm excited about that because there's a lot of Pokemon stuff out there, but at the same time it's like everything is so expensive. But anyway, that's my rant for the day. So let's get into this video. I'm gonna go to the month of November because I am open up the month of November. So the first thing I do to open up my budget is by the way, this budget binder is on my website, thepeanutcreations.com. And if you are interested in it, let me know and I will create it. There's a generic prototype in there for everybody if you just order it plain and simple like that. However, if you do have something that you want your budget to have that is specific to your family, DM me on Instagram at the Peanut Budgets, and I will lovely and gladly work with you so I can make it as personalized and customized as possible to your needs. Okay, so the first thing I have is my goal this month to-do list is to pay off my credit card. When I tell you that I am literally on a road to like fast and furious about paying off this credit card, you will not believe me. The amount of interest that we get in charge every month is astronomical. I am going to make a video at the end of this year to show you how much interest I have paid on credit card this year, because I want people to be aware, because sometimes we're just like struggling and paying credit cards and we're not even aware. Some people have money in their savings account like we did at one point and not paying a credit card, just spending on the credit card. Don't do that. That is not I don't recommend that. Don't be me. Don't be us, because my husband is responsible for this too. The whole family is responsible for this. But don't be us. Be your sis that is going on a trip and using her points to go on a trip. That she's not being charged for it all the time. Okay? So be one of those people. We are not one of those people yet, but we're working really hard to become one of those people soon. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you how much we own right now. And this is before interest hits on the 3rd of this month. So we owed $7,773 right now, as we speak. How am I gonna pay that off? I have no idea. But I'm hoping like by the end of this month we at least get to 6,000. We bring the balance down to 6,000, which means like we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna put 1,800 towards that credit card. Doable. We have done it before. Doable, especially with the month of November that has an extra week. However, pray for me, because I'm praying. Okay, with all this birthdays, Thanksgiving, and all of these things that we have coming up, I am definitely praying for me. So the first thing I do what to do and what is like my main goal. Really, like sometimes I see people with like 10 goals for the month. I don't do that. My brain doesn't work that way. Like I do one goal and I focus on it, and it tends to work out good. Like my top goals for the month is like 2, no more than that, because I don't want to overwhelm myself and I don't want to feel like a failure. Okay? No, like we don't have time for that. That's just a disclaimer right now. I do not put more than 2 things on my to-do list for the month for my budget, because it's impossible, guys. Sometimes like I barely get to 1. If I get to 1 and not 2, I'm like, okay, great. But if I literally just focus on that one goal and then just kind of like, and then you feel like a failure, and I don't want you guys to feel that way, because our mental, our psychological being is very important. It's very powerful. The moment you start feeling negative about it, the moment you start failing. So please do what you can. Do what you can. And this is like my speed of doing this. It's not the same as yours. I don't compare myself to other people like that. So it's like, please don't do that. Live your truth, be realistic, and keep crushing your goals according to your life and your family life, and just be that way. Okay? We're going to leave it just like that. All right? So the second thing I do, I am going to try to zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay? There we go. So the second thing I do is I will map out my monthly calendar. And what I mean by that is I will do a whole month with dates on it. This is undated calendar. So I made it this way so you don't have an excuse. They're like, that is January. I have to start in January. No, you can start at any month. All the months are the same, and you just like customize them based upon your needs. Okay. So then I'll do all the loans when they're due. All the loans are in blue. All of the bills that I have until the 15th of the month, and those are in orange. And then I have the rest of them in pink. They due by the 30th. Okay. Then I'll do my paychecks and my husband paychecks in yellow. My husband gets paid twice a month and I get paid weekly. My husband is a sales manager and I am a registered nurse. I currently work nights 24 hours and my husband works 40 weeks, sometimes more. With that being said, because I work nights, I'm so exhausted and sometimes I want to throw things. I'm exhausted, tired, I'm overwhelmed sometimes and all of that stuff because I can't sleep well anymore, especially with my son going to school every morning. So your sister's struggling. So I'm currently looking for a day job. And I'll let you guys know when I get that day job. But I do have a side hustle and I teach high school students how to be CNA. And that is it's such a great job for me because I didn't realize how much I like teaching. And then when I start teaching this high school, I teach minority kids, and it's so great. It's so great. I am so grateful and thankful that I found this job. I have to say thanks to a friend of mine that works there and invited me to come on board, and I am so grateful for all of the students, all of the things that we're doing, all of the staff members that I have met thus far. It's been amazing and great. I tend to take things very personally because you need to be in the moment. And when I say that is because I am trying to tell you guys that please be kind to people. Last month we lost 2 people in our family and we're still grieving about that. Grief is not the same for everyone. That's something that we need to talk about. And I mean, I'm not gonna cry because we are doing okay. And I lost my beloved great aunt. She's in the glory of the Lord, and I hope she's looking down on us and being proud of us. But she was a really lovely lady, and I have really deep, fond memories of her. And if you are grieving somebody right now, you don't forget it. It just gets a little bit better each day, at least from my experience. But grief, like I said, it's very individualized and very different for everybody. But live your grief. Don't try to feel like you are good or you need to be good for other people. Just live in your grief and grieve as long as it allows you to get there, because sometimes we never grieve people completely ever, and that's just the reality of it. But being a healthcare professional, I'm telling you that right now, that grief is something that needs to be talked about, needs to be shared, needs to be experienced, and we need to be kind because we don't want to lose people, but that's the journey of life. All right, I'm going to leave that at that. If you experience grief, or you are experiencing or have experienced grief, leave us a comment down below to help one another see how we're going to help each other, because it's lonely sometimes, very lonely. But I'm here. Send me a comment. I will get back to you. Send me a message. Whatever you want to do, I'm here for you guys. But it gets better. It does. Okay? All right, back to the budget, because I just got off a tangent, but it's a necessary topic though. I'm not too upset about that. So I'll do the monthly just to get an overview to see where our money is going. After that, what I do to open up is I will budget. I'll do a budget category and how much we are expecting to pay for each, as well as how much we think we're going to bring in. Then I do a zero-based budget. So everything needs its place, and then I do like every little amount, and all of them added together, it's equal to $7,500. So that's what the zero-based budget is. You give all your paycheck dollars a place to go, and that's how it ends up being, okay? But anyway, it doesn't mean that we don't make more, or it just means that this is the plan or the projected plan, okay? So like I said, I go to each, I'll do my fixed expenses and then I'll total them out. I do my variable expenses, total it out, and then I'll project what the debt's gonna be like. And then like I said, we're gonna start doing an emergency fund because we don't want to wait for an emergency to happen to us. We want to happen to an emergency, if that makes sense in a way, okay? And then once I start doing that, what I'm going to do is I am going to start doing tracking my expenses. All my expenses is tracked on these 2 pages, as well as I'll use the credit card tracker for all the credit cards that we spend. As we spend, I will cash stuff it in the appropriate binder for it. I do have a credit card monthly binder that I will cash stuff. All the money that we spend on a credit card goes in there. Okay. Then we have a month of November income tracker. We do every single amount of money that comes in into our joint bank account. It is tracked on this page. Okay. And then my sinking funds are not super I have to say I've been lacking on it, and that's okay, because coming 2024, one of my goals is to like literally be intentional and disciplined with my sinking fund so we don't run into issues and credit card debt. Okay. And then we'll have money for everything that we want and need. Okay. So that's pretty much how I open up my budget planner every single month, and it's such a like lovely thing to do every month because it gives me an idea of where we're going. I do a check-in every Saturday to track my expenses, to see where we're going, as well to unstuff my daily wallet, to stuff my daily wallet for the upcoming week. Sunday, I start the week on Sunday and I end the week on Saturdays. So all of that is like literally so beneficial because I have an idea where everything is going and to keep track of everything. For instance, if one week I do something and then we are a little over budget, I know I either have to work some time to replenish that money, or I have to keep a really tight belt the next week so we can move on to the next week with not that much debt. That's it for this video, guys. I love you guys. This amount of support you guys been giving me is unbelievably amazing. I cannot be more lucky and more blessed. I'm here for you. Please don't feel like this is like something that is hard. It was hard in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. Every month, like, I have my own challenges, but it gets easier. Every month that I open up another budget, it gets easier. And I can tell you, the feeling of telling you exactly where my money is going and what the plans I have for the money, it's amazing. Okay. So I love, like I said, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, guys, for everything you've been doing for me and how you're showing me love. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.